So you want to know how much it costs exactly to own a home or maybe possibly move and rent there in the town of Sonoma? You've come to the right place. I'm going to get into all of that, just exactly how much it costs to purchase here or rent here, what your bills are, and all of that good stuff in this week's video. What's up, guys? My name is Danny M. Cronin. I'm a real estate agent with W Real Estate right here in Sonoma County. And if this is the very first video you're seeing of mine, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I drop a video once a week, every single week, all having to do with living in or moving to the Sonoma County area. So if that interests you at all, hit that subscribe button so you are notified next time I drop a video. And of course, I make all these videos, do all of this content, but at the end of the day, I am a real estate agent and I would love nothing more than to help you. So if you have any questions about buying, selling, or anything in between, make sure you reach out. All my contact info is below, and as always, it's in the description box. So let's just jump right on into this week's video, the cost of living in Sonoma. So everything in this video is basically going to be based off of the California averages. So like, for example, groceries here in the city of Sonoma, they rank on a scale of 111, and the median is 100. And California's average right now is about 105. So I think we're seeing this all across the board. I don't know if this is specifically for Sonoma, but you know, there still are some shortages, some supply and demand issues that we're having with not only groceries, but fuel and other things like that, like construction costs are skyrocketed. You know, that's all attributes to the housing shortage, and then, you know, all of the shortages that come with that with groceries, and it kind of just trickles down the line. So I'm not really too crazy about this one, 111 out of 105, which is California's average. So yes, on average, it is a little bit more expensive than the average of California's. And it is that over that median of, you know, kind of the whole nation, which is ranked out on 100. So again, you know, groceries, we're kind of seeing this across the board, as well as a couple of these other items that I'm going to mention in this video. But right there, groceries, you know, I'm not too surprised. There are tons of great grocery stores in the city of Sonoma. So you can, like, you know, shop for the best produce, meats, and stuff like that if, you know, if that's something you're into. So a big one, I know a lot of people want to know, health. Where does that fall in the grand scheme of things? Well, surprisingly, it's only ranked out of 102. Again, California's average is 100. So really not that much more expensive that as we're seeing in other cities here in California. I think generally, you know, listen, we're talking about California, it's going to be expensive. So all of these things do come at a premium. But if you look at it from the other side, which is healthcare, you know, what am I offered? Are there good hospitals? You get the best of the best, not only in the whole state of California, but in Sonoma as well. There's some great hospitals, and as well as the surrounding areas. There's Kaiser, Sutter, Memorial. All of these places are all surrounding the Sonoma area. So 102 for health. Housing, this is a big one. Everyone already knows housing in Sonoma is extremely expensive, and this one came at no surprise to me. Housing is ranked at 320, so it's almost double that, you know, that 100, which is kind of the median for the nation. California as a state is only ranked at 239, so as you can see, Sonoma, yes, it is expensive. And again, this is kind of going back to the supply and demand. Not only are we seeing a shortage of inventory in Sonoma, but we're seeing a shortage of inventory all across the nation, which is boosting that median sales price through the roof. It's honestly, it's higher than it's ever been. If you look at NAR's data, you know, this number just kind of came out of nowhere, and it's continuing to rise. Experts are saying that these prices are, again, going to continue to rise late into 2022. They may be adjusting the interest rates a little bit here and there to kind of, you know, soften that market a little bit, because it's, to be honest, it's just insane at this point. I mean, you know, we're seeing homes sell for $100,000 and plus over the initial asking price with multiple offers, and it's kind of sad if you think about it. There's just simply not enough homes for people. So that's why we're seeing these prices go up, because for the most part, you know, every home that does come on the market, it is getting multiple offers. And what does that do? It boosts the price, because some person sees a home at $600,000, they're going to try to offer $620 just to beat that. Another person's going to come in, they're going to, you know, think, what is my best bet to get this home? Let's offer $650. And then, you know, say these sellers do actually counter these buyers. It's basically opening up negotiations again, saying, you know, your offer at $650, which is $50,000 over asking, isn't good enough because we have another one. So if you want to beat it, you got to come in higher. So that's what's happening. That's what's raising these home sale prices, the median sales price all across the nation. And it is trickling into the rental market, which we will get into later on in this video. So a rental for a 1-bedroom apartment in the city of Sonoma, I was shocked when I heard this, it's $1,500. Now that, you know, may not seem like a lot of money to you, but this is strictly on a 1-bedroom apartment in the city of Sonoma. So we're talking maybe 600-700 square feet, 1 bed, 1 bath. Again, this is just kind of going back to the national average of these rentals that are getting boosted. What's happening is, and I'm seeing it a lot in my market, is people, these buyers that are trying to purchase a home but can't because they keep getting beat by all of these crazy multiple offers with these homes selling for $100,000 and more over the asking price. What are they gonna do? They don't have a place to live, and if they can't buy, you know, hopefully they have family in the area, they can maybe stay with family, but if they don't, they're forced to rent. So all of these upset and agitated buyers that are trying to purchase homes here in Sonoma, some of them, a lot of them are forced to rent. So what are they gonna do? It's basically the same thing, multiple offers, multiple applications on these apartments. And it's just, again, a supply and demand issue that we're seeing all across the board, and it is boosting rental rates. We've talked a little bit about housing, buying, renting. You know, let's talk about what comes with that. So obviously you have bills. Once you buy a home, you have, you know, utilities, you have garbage, water, sewer, whatever it is, cable, on top of your own bill. So it's always good to know kind of going in what those bills are. And again, this is something that, you know, we can work on throughout the process of purchasing. I always do my due diligence during this, and I want to make sure my client knows what they are getting themselves into, so I help along the way. Utilities in the city of Sonoma, it only ranks at 103. California's average is 102. Again, the national standard is kind of based off of that 100 mark, so a little bit more expensive, you know, than other cities, but really not too bad. Transportation, so you have the house, you got the utilities, you got all these things. How are you gonna get around the most efficient way? You know, maybe you just purchased a very expensive home, you're looking to kind of cut back a little bit for the long term, so how can you save money? The number one thing you can do is, instead of taking your car, pick up a bike, pick up an electric bike, you know, anything like that will help. The city of Sonoma does not have, like, you know, trolley. It's not a huge city, it's not San Francisco, there's no trains, there's no trolleys, there's no subway systems, nothing like that. The closest thing we have to that is the Smart Train. Santa Rosa just adapted this a couple years ago, and it's great. It runs all the way from Santa Rosa all the way south to, I think, Larkspur area in Marin. There were talks of this going further up north to Cloverdale, but not quite reaching that Sonoma area. So kind of limited there when it comes to transportation, but there are some things that can make it easier kind of around the surrounding areas. And again, you know, bikes, electric bikes, technology, and these things have come so far in the last couple of years. A friend of mine in Santa Rosa owns a electric bike company, Pedigo Bikes. He's seeing people coming in to purchase a lot more than they have been recently, and I think that's all, it's all kind of the same, right? Like expensive housing, expensive grocery, expensive transportation, it's kind of all in the same kind of realm. So people are looking to save money, and the best way to do that is definitely get an electric bike, and they're a whole bunch of fun. If you have like dirt bike, mountain bike experience, these things are a blast. We took it from his shop in downtown Santa Rosa all the way to Sebastopol. We took the trail there. We had so much fun, and if you're looking to save money, it's a super great way to do that. So let's kind of recap this video here a little bit. So the city of Sonoma, is it expensive? Yes. Are there more expensive areas in Sonoma County and California as a whole? Absolutely. It all goes back to supply and demand. That's what drives everything. So hopefully once this COVID thing is all said and done, whenever that may be, you know, we will start to see prices kind of stabilize throughout the board. But right now we're at an interesting time. So, you can't really take these numbers to heart because, you know, it's supply and demand and everything is so high right now. So when things kind of fall down a little bit, we kind of get back to normal. I'm hoping a lot of these prices, not only in real estate, but in just kind of across the board, transportation, health, you know, all of that stuff, I'm hoping they kind of settle out a little bit. So if that video was helpful, give it a big thumbs up. Again, subscribe to my channel. I drop a video once a week, every single week. And of course, if you have questions about buying or selling, I am a real estate agent. Feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, whatever's easier for you. All my contact info is below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.